Springtime is a time of new beginnings. The turning of a new leaf. For many young people, it's a time of school finishing, looking forward to the next year, going to college, the brightness of the future. Oh, fuck. I need to restart. Sorry. Huh?
It's like deja vu that happened.
I know.
That's not in your outline, right?
What?
Restart?
What's that?
The restart? That's not in your outline.
No, it's not. I know, right? Jesus. Actually, they're right there, actually. Hit the hash.
Start over.
Yeah. I mean, this sucks. Go back. You're definitely doing shitty right now. Just stop.
We'll make sure.
It was at the same exact point as yes.
You know what happened? Wait, what did you say?
It's about the same exact point.
I know. Well, we're getting hot now.
You have to get the jacket. It's gotta be
Yeah.
method.
No, we need you to do that.
I almost did before.
Alvin needs my flurries to cool him down.
I do. All right, let's try again.
Waiting.
You know what I said? I said the brightness of the future, and I was going to say is endless, and then I started thinking about whether or not it even makes sense. Like the brightness of the future is endless, and then I got thinking
Taking
of.
the metaphor a little too
I
far.
am, yeah, I am. All right, let's follow it in.
Shake him up.
All right. Spring is a time of new beginnings. The turning of a new leaf. For many young people, this is an exciting time. The sun's coming out, the grass is becoming green once again, and the future is upon them, whether it be going off into their next year of school, going off to college, making a big move. These are the kind of things that many young people experience when they, in the springtime. Miss Bobby Daly, sitting right here. This is a case about Miss Bobby Daly. And Miss Bobby Daly, in June of 2015, had just graduated from high school. And like so many others, she had certain expectations. She would spend her last summer with her friends, get it together, and then go off to college the following fall. At this time, Miss Daly, like many other of her peers, were playing this game that you're going to hear a lot about today. This game is called Chase 'Em. And she was playing this game on the defendant, Scooter's Ice Cream Parlor's property. She was playing it there because the defendant advertised that you could play this game there. And many young people were at the defendant's property playing this game. Miss Daly was viciously attacked and beaten on the defendant's property because the defendant failed to make sure that his property was safe for Miss Daly to be on. Because of this attack, we brought a claim of negligence against Scooter's Ice Cream Parlor. We have done this because the owner, Mr. Tracy Simon, only needed to take a few steps to do a few more things, and this never would have happened. We would not be here. We're going to prove to you today that the defendant was negligent through 2 points. Point number one, the defendant invited the public to his property. And point number two, the defendant failed to keep that property safe. Now to that first point, The defendant invited the public to his property. You're going to learn about this game, Chase 'Em, as I alluded to previously. This game is a cell phone game that you can download right off of your app store. And the way the game is played is you walk around your community, wherever you are, you're forced to walk around and try to find these monsters. And when these Chase 'Em monsters appear on your cell phone, you can try to catch them. Certain designated places are called chase places. And in these chase places, you are able to catch rare monsters, the more difficult monsters to catch within this game. So you can think of it like baseball cards. Certain players' cards are more valuable than others, harder to find. Miss Daly will take the stand, and she will tell you today about how she was playing this game. Many of her friends were playing this game. And how it was her goal to catch these monsters. And when she went to the defendant's ice cream parlor on June 6th, she saw a big ad that told her she can catch these rare monsters at the defendant's shop. Miss Daly is going to tell you that she saw this ad right here. This ad was on display in the newspaper and at the defendant's shop. And it says, "Need Chase 'Em monsters. We got 'em. Scooters is now a chase place. Catch a rare chase monster and your order is free." The defendant saw an opportunity with this game. You're going to learn about his familiarity with video games, and then he began to advertise this game because he knew and understood the popularity, and that people would come, people would play, and his business would rise. And you'll learn that his business did rise, did increase. Also, in regards to this ad, nothing on here indicates when participants need to stop playing. They need to leave, or anything of the sort. Which takes us to our second point, ladies and gentlemen. The defendant failed to keep the property safe. Bryce Summerstein is going to take the stand today. Ms. Summerstein has over 15 years of experience in security and as a police officer right here in Stilton. Ms. Summerstein is going to tell you about a few things that the defendant could have done that would have made this incident never to happen. You're going to learn that had the defendant put a camera on the front side of the building, right near where the plaintiff was assaulted. Ms. Summerstein is going to talk about the property, as you see here, scooters, and the sidewalk, and the point where Ms. Daly was standing when she was assaulted. Ms. Summerstein is going to explain that from this point, these cameras facing the parking lot could not see this area, nor could the assailant see the cameras. Ms. Summerstein is going to explain that these cameras don't necessarily need to work. They need to just be seen as a deterrent for a potential assailant, somebody willing to commit a crime. You're also going to learn that Scooters, Mr. Simon, had one employee working the night of the assault. And he himself was not there. He was not in town, he was not around. He had one minor woman working that night. Her name is Christy Fullerton-Owen. Now, she's not here at trial today, but you're going to hear about her testimony that was taken prior to this trial. You're going to learn that she was the only one with scooters on a very, very busy night where they had approximately 100 customers. You're going to learn that when at 10 p.m., when scooters closed, she instructed the people in the store, the customers, to go out into the parking lot. You're going to learn that these customers went out in the parking lot where they kept playing chasing after hours. You'll then learn that Bobby Daly was instructed from the parking lot to go stand on the sidewalk. And at this point, this is where Miss Daly was assaulted. Now, it's important to note that when Miss Daly left Scooter's parking lot and was on the sidewalk, she, along with her friends, were still playing the game on the sidewalk. The same game that the defendant advertised, held his place out as a place where you could play this game. They were able to play it from here, from all around the property. And there was not one camera out here, and there was only one employee working inside. And while Miss Daly was playing this game, she was assaulted viciously. She was beaten so badly that she was put into the hospital with a broken arm, unconscious for days. All because the defendant didn't take a few extra steps to make his property a little bit safer. To put one camera right here. To have more than one 17-year-old foreign exchange student as the only employee shut the place down that night. Ladies and gentlemen, throughout trial today, you hear from various witnesses, you hear various opinions of this case. What it comes down to is the defendant's failures were the result of Miss Daly not being able to follow through on the expectations of life and going on to college, where she had to put those plans to the back burner. Because the defendant failed in his duties. At the end of trial, Ms. O'Keefe is going to come up here and remind you of our 2 points and ask that you hold the defendant liable.
All right.